Welcome to this little series in which I want to show you how to set up a guerrilla growing spot from scratch up to a harvest. Alright, finding a guerrilla growing spot. There are 3 important points in a checklist you should make yourself. The first is security. If your spot is easy to find and or easy to enter, other people may steal your crop. The second is security. Some states may call the growing of cannabis illegal and you don't want to gain the attention of the wrong people there. And the rest is all the other stuff combined in one. But important stuff is definitely to check that the spot is facing south or, southwest or southeast. But this is just the optimum. In the end, most plants can grow basically everywhere with enough care, but won't grow that huge in this case. And this is basically the only factor you cannot change throughout your grow and important while trying to find a spot. You can change the soil and craft some watering systems yourself, but more to that in the next part. To find a spot, I would first recommend you to look up green areas you already know. Using Google Maps or Earth is also good to look up the area around, but to really check them out you have to go to each one individually. And as I don't want to use a car for growing, I just use the ones I can reach by walking or with a bicycle. And most likely I already know them. And as you can read my channel name, I really like to use urban green areas. And my favorite go-to are bramble jungles. Security, and only idiots would dive into a spiky hell and crawl through it. And here we are now in real life. And I will literally create a spot from scratch here. Just from living, I know a bigger area which is completely covered by brambles. Imagine just a big square full of them. My idea is to find a good, hidden, spiky way into the middle of it and cut out an area there. And if I do know my weekly squat workout, you can see where all the brambles and hawthorns are growing completely rootable. Hawthorns are commonly used as hedges for gardens. This actually gives some good hints that this could have been a little garden area many years ago. So hopefully some good soil there. In some cases you can scratch yourself a little bit at the spiky shit, but in this case there is no way to get through this stuff without heavily hurting yourself when you don't wear the right stuff. I am wearing jogging pants under my jeans, also a heavy leather jacket, a big scarf, a base cap to protect my eyes and leather gloves, even with bandages to not slit my wrist. And as you can see on my knees, I am really crawling through there. There is a little more free area here because of a tree growing there, and I think this is really good. I don't really think there is another human who is going through the stuff, but when this should be the case, this is like a little checkpoint and the path is not a straight line because the way continues after you walk past the trees. When I am holding the camera low, the path I left behind looks kinda big, but trust me, it's very low and slim and doesn't really look like a path if you are standing upwards. Now on the other side of the tree, I thought this was the real next part. I was already there one day ago, otherwise this video wouldn't be possible, and I had just to follow the paths. But this was a wrong way. I thought it was the right one, but it even confused me even if I knew which one was the right one. Weird, but effective I guess. After continuing the crawl, I reached my destination. There is a fence almost in the exact middle of this area. My camera is pointing straight towards the south direction. There are some middle-sized trees to my left and a few bigger ones to my right. The area between is completely open and grants the spot some really good sunlight if I cut the brambles away. Basically almost sunlight for the whole day. Really nice. For a quick test of the soil there, I took a screwdriver with me. I could push it easily inside for the whole length. That's what she... So the soil should be deep enough. When I am not completely wrong, there were also some molehills and that's a really good sign. For cutting I used this little garden scissor. My goal for today was just to find a good hidden spot with soil that is okay. I will cut a little hole into this bramble jungle today and the first step is done. As I know the spot is usable, I can take other tools with me next time to cut a bigger area faster. The area above me is already very clear and looking good, so I am happy for now. When I left, it was already a bit dark, so it's definitely time to go. And I really hope to see you soon in the next part, the spot preparation for the growing season. Cheers!